This is a list of my favorite scary ghost videos that I've featured on this channel in the past, so you may have already seen some of these. With all that said, let's begin. The following video is one that you've most likely seen before, as it is one of the more infamous ghost videos from the old days of YouTube. The clip starts off by saying that not much is known about the piece of footage in question. It was, however, filmed in an old Civil War era building that was ultimately destroyed by a cannon, which also claimed the lives of many. But as this video goes, some of the spirits still wander around to this day. For the first little while, we see a man and a woman working their way through the abandoned building. And lucky for them, not much happens. That all changes rather quickly though, as the two begin to hear strange noise and start to see something from somewhere within.
Creepy, man. Hold on. You hear that? Quiet. You hear that? You hear that?
I heard something.
Old stove. Damn, another dude. Hold on. You hear that?
What? I heard it too. Oh, man.
Man, let's get out of here, man. It's creepy.
But if them being chased out by that figure wasn't creepy enough, if you listen carefully in certain areas, you can hear what sounds like a ghostly voice saying, "Pray for me." A user named Sneaky Sucks shared the following video over on the Ghost subreddit explaining, "My friend and I drove past an old haunted school that is open to paranormal tours. This is what we saw after driving past the school 4 or 5 times."
Watch him be gone. He's still there.
He's still there.
What?
And he
is
hasn't
that?
moved.
Oh my god. What the... Oh my god. What the...
I would like to think that most people would agree that seeing a strange shadow-like figure in the dead of night like that would scare even the toughest of people, regardless of where. So what was it? Was it just a teacher or a superintendent working late and peering out the window? Or was this a shadow figure lurking through the halls of a school? I'll let you decide. Misguided Road Trips is a YouTube channel that follows Stacy and Cliff as they explore various creepy and haunted places and document their findings to their online viewers. In an upload published on September 25th, 2019 titled Cemetery Creeper, the two explore a rundown and creepy cemetery that they believe has paranormal spirits in it. The video, which is over 20 minutes in length, is a massively detailed and interesting watch, and I encourage you to check out the full video later on if you want to see the full experience that Stacy and Cliff documented for us all to enjoy, such as a scenic tour of the entire place. But without a doubt, the creepiest and most unsettling moments of them all come toward the very end of the video. The two set down their camera on the ground at about the 16-minute mark, trying to see if they can capture any sort of sound on camera, and it seems as though that's exactly what happened. It doesn't take long for us to hear a strange, static-like voice saying various different phrases such as, "You move, you break, your life is," and, "From experience, no." If that wasn't disturbing enough, take a look at this moment right here, which happens just a couple of moments after those strange sentences could be heard. Look carefully in the direction of the trees and see if you spot anything.
Do you not want to talk with me? Are we safe? Are we safe out here?
This could of course be a staged video if they called up one of their friends to plan and fake a video like this, but Stacy and Cliff's channel seems genuinely authentic and I can't see them doing that. But who knows? This cemetery definitely seems haunted and full of spirits, so it doesn't come as much of a shock to me that all of these scary things happened that day. Paul Sparrow uploaded a video to his personal YouTube channel on October 8th, 2006. Sparrow writes that, quote, "I took a borrowed color night shot camera to the woods near my home to try to get a shot of a reported ghost sighting when I caught sight of something." End quote. The video in question starts off fairly normal with Paul taking his camera around the woods with nothing too weird in sight. It all seems like a fairly innocent and completely fine video until, that is, this happens.
Where's it gone? There was something there. Sure I saw something. Where is it? It was around here somewhere. It was here somewhere, but it's gone. Oh, I don't know where it is.
This is without a doubt one of those videos that you have to replay several times over or brighten the screen up all the way in order to see what Paul captured. If you look just hard enough, you can see what looks to be some sort of hunchbacked, ghostly figure walking around the woods before vanishing into thin air. In the description of the upload, Paul states, quote, "I tried to get the camera steady and zoom in, but whatever it was disappeared as quickly as it appeared." End quote. It's also worth noting that Paul doesn't have any other videos like this on his channel, so that makes it a bit more unlikely that he would have set this up for views or something like that. Let's just hope that Paul got the answer as to what this thing was eventually. This next frightening video was filmed on Chase Avenue in the woods of the infamously creepy Dudley Town, Connecticut, and was uploaded to the YouTube channel Dark Element TV on July 7th, 2007. In the description of the video, the uploader states that prior to the filming of the video, there were numerous sightings of some strange figure around the area that many people had reported and talked about. This then caused the person that is filming this very video to go out there and have a look for themselves, camera at the ready, to see if they could capture whoever or whatever it is on camera. At the start, we can hear the man recording talking to somebody on the phone about how he has been seeing the figure in the woods recently, before hanging up and continuing his search. Judging by the looks of it, he may have gotten the footage he had hoped for. Take a look.
Hi, it's me again. I'm just calling just to let you know. I've seen that thing again in the backyard. I've got the camera on. I'm trying to capture it. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna see if I can get it. Anyway, give me a call when you get this message. Bye. No! What is that? No way. Yeah, it's me. I've just seen that thing. I've actually got it on camera. I'll show you when you get home. Give me a call as soon as you get this message.
The figure looks to be a slim, white-cloaked being that stands in the woods for a brief moment before it is no longer visible to both us and the man. The man sounds genuinely baffled as to what this figure is and sounds legitimately terrified, which gives this clip much more authenticity. Also, considering the fact that Dudley Town is known to be one of the creepiest abandoned towns in all of America, it would not come as a surprise to me if this video was indeed proven to be actual footage of a ghost captured on camera. For whatever reason, hospitals give a lot of us the creeps. They are supposed to be places of comfort where patients go to get better, and by the time you leave, you are supposed to feel yourself again. But plenty of people find hospitals to be extremely eerie and uncomfortable. The following video by YouTube user Infamous153 gives even more reason to be scared of them. The video starts off with an assumed hospital worker filming one of their fellow colleagues, presumably during a break or something like that. The two joke around about something, but that's not necessarily the most important thing this video has to offer. This is because during their conversation, the man recording spots something that scares him tremendously. Take a look.
Es que te estoy enfocando a las boobies. Ah, no mames.
¿Qué?
Pasó algo.
¿Qué pasó? No mames.
A ver, ven. No mames, pasó algo, te lo juro que pasó algo,
Se mueve, ya se mueve.
Vete a la verga.
Yo no voy.
No mames. Ah, no mames, pasó algo, te lo juro que pasó algo,
Se mueve, ya se mueve.
Vete a la verga.
The first time I saw this video, I thought that the figure walking by the door was just a fellow employee, making their way down the hallway. But judging by the fact that the man audibly froze and started to sound panicked, that must not have been the case. It seems as though these hospital workers got paid a visit by somebody unwelcome. If that wasn't bizarre enough, the chairs and other objects in the room begin to move all of their own, making you wonder what exactly was in the hospital that night. It is most certainly hard to explain a dark figure walking by that isn't supposed to be there, but it's another to see objects moving all on their own. Let's hope these hospital workers got the answers they desperately need. Before, we mentioned how hospitals are considered by many people to be one of the most unintentionally creepy places in the world. But churches, on the other hand, are almost universally regarded as a safe haven for everybody, a place of worship and welcoming. But this video, uploaded to YouTube by the user PARANORMAL, suggests that might not always be the case. In the video, we follow two friends who are filming late at night, perhaps in the pursuit of finding something creepy to capture on camera. For a while, nothing of real excitement comes to them as they film outside, but nothing overtly creepy happens to them. Not yet, that is. Eventually, the two friends find their way inside an old church. It doesn't take long for them to notice that something extremely goosebump-inducing is happening in the church. As a matter of fact, it happens as soon as they enter. Take a look as well as listen closely to this.
Is it on live?
I don't know if it's on mine or not.
Holy shit. Holy shit. There's a door open there.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
It's like freezing in here, like a cold spot or something. Alright, we're gonna go in this room right here. Scared? Shit. Oh no. Oh my god. Turn the light. Listen. Holy shit, there's a fucking piano. Is that piano? Come on. Should we go out there? Is that door open?
Yeah, try to make it to the front door. Just run. Alright, go. The door's locked. What do we do, dude? We gotta make it run. Oh my god. Alright, go. Oh my god, holy shit. Holy fuck, the music stopped playing. The music, go. Oh my god.
Most people would more than likely scurry out of the place if they suddenly heard a piano being played all by itself, and that is exactly what these two men do. It seems as though we may never know what happened to these two men, judging by the fact that this video is 13 years old, and the channel PARANORMAL hasn't uploaded a video in 9 years, and even their latest one doesn't have any sort of correlation to this. As of now, this mystery seems to have never been solved. Valentine is a famous abandoned shopping center located within Victor, New York. Many curious people venture there in the hopes to explore the place and see its creepy rundown nature. But it seems as though YouTuber Nitro Cjo may have gotten a little bit more than they had bargained for. The video, which was filmed on April 21st, 2006, shows a woman standing in the center of the camera's point of view as she looks at something, perhaps her cell phone or some paranormal device, for a few brief moments. Nothing happens at first, until suddenly. It may be hard to see, but toward the right side of the screen, a ghost-like apparition can be seen walking past the woman. It also seems as though the woman in the video did not notice this either, as she doesn't look up after this happens, or anything like that. She must have gotten the scare of her life after reviewing the footage. The uploader states that they have shown this exact piece of footage to experts in the field, and says that all of them are completely baffled by the video, and says that they cannot come up with a concrete explanation, but allegedly said that this is legitimate evidence. What do you say? Is this really a ghost captured in the creepy shopping center of Valentine? Or is this nothing more than a camera glitch or a hoax? Let me know in the comments. A group of 3 friends are having a good time relaxing and playing the guitar on November 29th, 2007. They all seem to be enjoying themselves and are living in the moment, more than likely thinking that their night is going just as planned. But they're dead wrong. The friend with the guitar begins to play a nice song for his friend, who seems to be enjoying it. But when the man with the camera pans over just a little bit to the left, they end up capturing something downright horrifying. Take a look at this.
Έχει χορδί.
Λείπει μία χορδή. Δεν πειράζει, πάρε ένα από
Άρα που ξυμνάω αλλά για
Κάντε.
που ξυμνάω τραγούδι του δρόμου.
Ένα τραγούδι του δρόμου.
Εκεί. 1, 2, 3, go.
Έλα ρε μαλάκα, πάμε.
Unbelievably, it seems as though the cameraman did not notice this during the time of the recording, as neither him nor his friends make any sort of reaction to this man or ghost standing right up against their window. This is one of those videos that are very hard to explain. It is either that this could be a man standing on these friends' balcony and peering in at them, but his quick disappearance wouldn't add up, because we never actually see him leave, he just vanishes. Or it could be just that this is a very human looking ghost paying these guys a visit. Whatever the answer is, this video is extremely terrifying and just goes to show that sometimes the most unnerving things can happen in the blink of an eye, without even you noticing. Adam Mark is a fairly well-known British YouTuber that frequently uploads content on his channel relating to paranormal entities captured on camera, exploring abandoned and creepy buildings, and more. During one particular upload on his channel, Adam ventures out to an abandoned summer house located somewhere in North Wales that he has previously visited. Adam says that the house was recently sold and wants to go and have a quick look at the place to see if anything interesting is inside. For the first couple of minutes, Adam has a look around the building and doesn't find a whole lot of anything that could be considered really creepy. There are some pieces of rubble on the ground, and it is extremely evident that the building has seen far better days. But it's during the 5-minute mark that Adam accidentally captures something that it seems not even he noticed at the time of filming.
That's weird. Right. Here we go.
It is definitely quite difficult to see, but at the 5-minute mark, if you look just closely, you can make out what appears to be a shadow figure on the right side of the screen that disappears as quickly as it appears. But then, just about 20 seconds later, the figure re-emerges, and it seems as though this time Adam notices it.
Not really sure what that's for, something to do with the pool probably. If you look through there, there's actually houses there, so I don't really want to look. And then the pool. What was that?
He sounds genuinely frightened and uncomfortable after seeing this, so he understandably doesn't stay too much longer. The video ends just a minute or two later, and Adam doesn't seem to have posted a follow-up to this particular video, so we may never know what was keeping Adam company at the abandoned summer house. Soul Guidance Paranormal is a very interesting YouTube channel that paranormal enthusiasts are sure to enjoy. as it is full of long and detailed videos of a wide variety of creepy things from different places. They have videos on cemeteries, haunted prisons, and more. But without a doubt, one of the creepiest of them all has to come from a video centered on a boys' detention center. Throughout the video, we follow the crew over at Soul Guidance as they work their way through the detention center, which is in an uncomfortably quiet and abandoned state. For a while, it seems as though there is nothing of incredible interest there, until something extremely bizarre makes a brief but immensely chilling appearance. Take a look at this.
Leave this out. Smells musty in here, eh? Not a kitchen. Not the cupboard areas. What is?
The first time I watched this, I assumed that the figure standing behind the door was one of the crew members of Soul Guidance doing something, but that is not the case. The figure standing there is nobody the camera crew knows, and it seems as though they didn't notice this shadow man during their visit there, as they never bring it up in the video. This video from my Sir Spook subreddit was posted by the user TheSkeletor1298. The uploader explains, "My friend in North Shore, Massachusetts, is renovating a house to sell, and strange stuff started happening once renovation started. Take a look at this bizarre video and see if you can come up with any possible explanations."
Here's one for you. Just happened. Just happened.
At first, nothing seems too creepy. That is, however, until you notice that the supposed ceiling light starts to jangle around out of nowhere. It's quite strange, but it isn't the scariest thing that happens in this video. The uploader then cuts to a picture of what appears to be a man, whose face isn't possible to identify, standing in the home. This wouldn't be too creepy at all if this man was the one doing the renovations, but it isn't. As the uploader states, the picture at the end is something caught on camera in the house when no one was there. He also explains that all of the doors to the house were locked, making you wonder how this person was able to get inside the house. So, could this dark figure actually be a ghost? Let me know your theories. A YouTube video that was uploaded to the channel Double Bins was shared online on January 24th, 2008, and showcases two friends as they go toward an abandoned house during the day to explore and see if there is anything hiding inside. The moment these two friends step foot into the house, we can see that the place is in a horrible condition, with various pieces of rubble and garbage laying all over the floor in a messy manner, which makes sense considering the place is abandoned. Together, they explore a little bit more and audibly observe the place, looking around to see if they can find anything interesting. It is at that moment when the two friends get the scare of their lives.
Let's go in the house. Do we go in the warehouse or the...
Let's go in the regular house.
Alright.
What the hell? Dude, seriously. Whatever happened to this fucking house? Look at the stairway. What is that?
I think it used to be a garage or something.
No, because the garage was that. It had to be.
Yeah, that's like a warehouse, yeah.
What the fuck? Look at that shit. The glass. The oven. The oven door.
Where?
In the middle of the living room.
The roof is all fucked up and shit. Holy shit! Dude! Oh my fuck! Go! I could have sworn I saw a person. Dude, there's a person. Holy shit. Yeah, there is. Nick, I'm not... Fuck.
Because the figure makes its way past the screen in a rather quick manner, it is hard to tell if the figure in question is some other person in the home. Perhaps somebody is secretly living there, or if it's a shadow figure or a ghost. To me, the latter two seem much more likely considering the fact that the figure in question appears to be completely dark. As soon as these friends notice they are not alone, they rush out of the area extremely fast and never go back. What do you think was in the abandoned house that day with these friends? Was it a shadow person or a ghost? Or was this somebody living in the house in secret? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. A Reddit user named XXChillTFOutXX shared the following clip over on my very own Sir Spook subreddit, where I encourage you to share any sort of paranormal footage you may have for a chance to be featured on videos like these. If you don't have any of your own, you can watch creepy videos that others have posted there as well. The Reddit user states, quote, "A friend of mine that is now deceased captured this outside his house 2 weeks before he passed, which is totally unrelated, but still freaky since it was in his driveway here on the outskirts of Carlsbad, New Mexico." End quote. Let's have a look at the video and see what this camera captured. To say that this is an immensely strange and chilling piece of footage would be an understatement, to say the least. I cannot begin to imagine how terrifying it must have been for the uploader's friend to have captured this on camera. It's enough to send shivers down anybody's spine, especially if this happened in the driveway of your own house. It looks like the figure is somewhat clear or translucent, meaning it could be a spirit or something of the sort. As of right now, that seems like the most likely of explanations. But this video was made all the more unnerving due to the fact that this ghost was captured just 2 weeks before the uploader's friend passed away. We may never know what truly happened that night, but we can all hope that the situation gets solved in the future. A group of friends who run the YouTube channel You Know They're Out There published a video to the platform on August 5th, 2009, which explains the rather grainy nature of the video in question. In the video, we follow the friends as they work their way around an old and disheveled looking building for reasons unknown. By the sound of their voices, they sound like they could be teenagers, so they were probably out looking to have some fun and be reckless. If that's the case, it seems as though something within the building wanted them to go away. For a while, they walk around the area and go inside various different rooms, but nothing seems to happen to them. They are in total and complete peace until something frightening makes a sudden appearance. Have a look.
والله بفكر هون شيء والله شايف فوق الحمد لله على الباب.
Amazingly, it appears as if these two friends didn't even notice the headless ghost that slowly inched its way closer towards them. Maybe this ghostly apparition didn't appear as clear as it did on the actual video, but it does make you wonder how they didn't see this up close regardless. Unfortunately, the video ends rather quickly after this, so we don't know when these friends eventually managed to escape the building, but it's safe to assume that they left the premises fairly quickly after the end of this recording. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't change the fact that this piece of paranormal footage is hair-raising and head-scratching. The original Barton Mansion ghost video is famously known as one of the best ghost videos ever recorded. Although the video is only 24 seconds in length, I assure you that it is more than enough to make for a highly scary piece of footage. In the video, a group of people are walking around the Barton Mansion with cameras and various equipment, most probably searching for any form of paranormal evidence to document on camera. At one point in the video, the man filming notices a section of the room that looks a bit interesting to him, which is when the crew gets scared silly. Watch this and see what they captured.
What the hell's that? Down on the floor. Right there.
To many, this video is the real deal. Nothing in the video seems overly faked, as we just see a strange and odd figure peer out from a corner, which causes the crew to be horrified, running for their lives.
What the hell's that? Down on the floor. Right there. What the hell's that? Down on the floor. Right there.
They all sound 100% completely creeped out as they work their way out of the building before the video shuts off completely. Also, considering that the Barton Mansion is allegedly the most haunted building in the state of California, it wouldn't come as too much of a shock to learn that there are ghosts lurking from within. Ghosts that are indeed very real.
What the hell's that? Down on the floor. Right there.
10 years ago, a YouTube channel by the name of Lolia shared a video to the platform which documents some highly alarming occurrences that went on within the confines of a house at an undisclosed location. The video was a scary reminder that sometimes the most terrifying things can happen even in the comfort of your own home, the place where you're supposed to feel the most safe more than anywhere else in the world. The uploader said, quote, "Every night I used to close a door and each following morning it would be opened. One day I was going to the kitchen when I saw some kind of a face looking at me through the glass. I grabbed a camera and captured what you are about to see. This video is not modified in any way." End quote. If this video is indeed real, then it appears as if the uploader needs to move to a different house immediately. Hearing any sort of baby sound coming from within the walls of your house when you don't actually have a baby would unsettle almost everyone. To me, this crying sounds a little bit faked and almost as if it's coming from somebody's speaker, perhaps from a cell phone or some sort of computer. But who knows? Maybe this is concrete evidence of the existence of paranormal entities. The face and the hand behind the door have certainly creeped out most people who have seen this video. What do you think? Is it real or just a hoax? Let me know in the comments below. The following video starts off by informing us that back in 1957, several strange sightings were reported by a couple of local town residents in Emerson. For a while, it seemed as if these sightings were nothing to worry about, as there weren't any additional sightings after this one. That was until 1997, when another sighting was reported. These new sightings were less than 2 miles from the original location back in 1957, and at the scene, a local game hunter found a video camera. Throughout the video, we follow a man and a woman as they walk their way through a large and expansive forest, which gives off an extremely atmospheric tone thanks to its black and white nature and quiet feel to it. It doesn't take long at all for strange things to happen to the two. Just about a minute into the clip, they start to see something baffling appear in front of them. Watch this.
Did you see that? Over there, look, over there. You see that?
What the hell?
Wait, because that was it again, right there. Wait.
I don't like this.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god. That's not an animal. I don't like it.
Okay, fuck. Go. Fuck.
As soon as things start to get too out of hand and the strange creature starts to chase them down, they make a run for things before dropping the video camera on the ground, which would explain how it was found at a later date. Some commenters aren't too convinced this is real, and say the video looks like it has a vintage filter over it. Of course, anything is possible, but fake or not, this is still a video that is sure to give you the creeps. On the 29th of April 2004, a group of friends went to visit St. Rosalia's Hermitage in Sicily. There is a narrow cave in the rock where the saint, at the age of 14, decided to live in poverty to honor Jesus Christ, and lived there all the way between the years 1150 to 1162, in complete and total darkness. The group of friends never came back from their visit to St. Rosalia's Hermitage, but fascinatingly, a year later, a group of tourists stumbled across a video camera that was lying underneath a stone. The following footage you are about to watch is allegedly the final video that was ever recorded on this camera. In the video, a group of people are seen exploring St. Rosalia's hermitage, which looks to be relatively tame and quite peaceful for a long time. They come across a sign that says, "I, Rosalia, daughter of Sinibaldo, Lord of Kiskina and of the Mount of the Roses, have decided to live in this cave to honor my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ." The tourists then press forward inside an extremely narrow cave. The tourists continue their exploration, which might have been a big mistake. At one point, one of the men stops at a certain area of the cave and starts to call out, which prompts a strange voice to call something back sounding like hello, which causes the group to quickly get away from that section of the hermitage. Eventually, one of the men finds a hole inside a wall in the cave. The man states that there's somebody in there, and one of the women in the group doesn't fully believe him, and therefore wants to get a look of her own. As a group, they work their way through the hole and find that there isn't anybody in the hole after all. It is just moments after this, though, that something incredibly scary can be seen on camera. Take a look.
Bello sto posto, ragazzi. Qua. Salve. Buongiorno. Salve. Salve. Oh, usciamo. Oh ragazzi, è uscito un attimo. C'è una persona là. C'è una persona là. Oh no, no, no. Oh ragazzi, attenzione. Ragazzi, usciamo, non c'è più. Usciamo di costa. Ragazzi, usciamo. Usciamo di destra. Merda.
Something about the video feels quite genuine and relatively simple, which gives it a more authentic feel. It definitely looks old and a little bit grainy, which would make sense. As with every video on this list, this could either be fake or real, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. As always, leave all of your opinions in the comments below. A Reddit user by the name of the Ganja Boy shared the following video over on my very own Sir Spook subreddit, which documents him walking around and exploring an abandoned office building late at night. As the uploader walks up the stairs, he is greeted with total darkness looming from all around him, and with such little light, most people would more than likely try to turn on a better flashlight or simply abandon their search, but not him. It is here where he starts to hear something that would surely scare anybody within close proximity of the building to death. Listen to this. Amazingly, the man filming does not get too scared by the screams, otherwise he would have left the building immediately after he heard this. But being brave or maybe unwise, depending on how you look at it, he continues walking around the building, admittedly a little bit more carefully now. Eventually, he comes to a door which is left a little bit open. Coincidentally, this door leads him to another ajar door, but it's only when he reaches this one does something startle him so much that he finally decides to flee the area. Many people in the comment section of this post seem genuinely concerned about the nature of the video. Some people think that the screaming sounds coming from within sound as though somebody in the building is being murdered, and that definitely seems like a possibility. The screams are so blood-curdling that they would be enough to scar anybody for life, but not this Reddit user. Against all odds, he continued to search the building until an unseen figure scared him away. Let's just hope that if there was somebody in grave danger in the building, that they got away from their attacker. And let's also hope that the ganja boy was able to escape from the area in one piece as well. If you are horror or paranormal video enthusiasts like myself and many others out there, you have more than likely seen the following video titled Girl Ghost that was published to the YouTube channel Scariest Mansell on August 22nd, 2007. It has been seen many times, but for good reason. It truly is one of the scariest ghost videos you will ever see. In the video, we can see a young girl in her room dancing and goofing around for just a brief moment before something so incredibly frightening appears that the girl recording, presumably a friend, takes notice instantly and begins to enter the hallway to see what it was. Take a look.
Are you sure? I don't think so.
Yeah!
What's that?
What?
Up there! I told you! I told you I seen something!
If that wasn't scary and convincing enough, she then proceeds to go outside of the house to see if this strange ghost figure can be spotted from outside. And sure enough, it can be. Although it's admittedly a bit harder to see now.
I told you I seen something! Quickly! No! I bet I'm telling you now. Up there! See? What'd I say?
Oh my god.
What'd I say?
It's gone!
No, shush. No.
No!
This video has been talked about for years, and it's for good reason. Practically nothing about this video seems staged, and it genuinely seems as though these friends are having their privacy invaded by an unwelcome visitor. I should also note that in the description of the video, the uploader says, quote, "This happens quite a lot in my house," end quote, meaning that this must not have been the first time this scary figure has appeared in their house. Scariest Mansell is actually quite a frequent uploader, with her latest video being just a month old, but sadly, no updates have been given regarding this video. but judging by the fact that she is still uploading 13 years later, it is probably safe to assume that she's living peacefully. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania is usually considered to be an extremely beautiful and peaceful place to visit or to live in. But unfortunately, it seems that might not always be the case. S3A Monkeys shared this video to their YouTube channel on September 23rd, 2012, in which the uploader states, "My friend's mom made this video on a trip to Gettysburg. Let's have a look and see what it is."
Look at that orb up in the tree. No.
Sadly, the video is extremely grainy in nature, and as a result, it can be relatively difficult to make out any clear objects in the video. But if you look just close enough, during certain sections, you should be able to make out a strange, tall and dark figure seemingly hiding in the trees. But then, if you look to the left of the screen, you can see some sort of horrifying all-white ghostly figure peeking its head out from behind a bush before disappearing. If all that wasn't bizarre and creepy enough, the woman then pans the camera a little bit more to the right, which is where we can see a ghostly figure walking around the area before the video abruptly ends.
See that flashing?
All of the figures that appear throughout the video seem to be 100% genuine. It would be remarkably difficult for this to be made with visual effects, especially with the quality of this person's camera. The figures in this video also just look too translucent for them to just be ordinary people strolling around as well. This is without a doubt one of the hardest ghost videos to ever come up with an explanation for, so if you have any possible theories, I would love to hear them in the comments. A YouTube channel by the name of Tim John Ben uploaded a video to their channel on November 23rd, 2011. In which they documented their experience while exploring an old satanic house. In the description of the upload, they explained that a couple of years ago, all three of them went to this satanic house to see what they could find inside, and say that none of them are able to fully describe what happened there that night, and that they still get the chills while going back and watching this video. So, what could possibly be so frightening about the footage that not even the channel owners want to go and re-watch it? As it turns out, the three men found something inside the satanic house that scared them for the rest of their lives. The video starts off with the group exploring the building a little bit, coming across graffiti, but nothing straight up scary. At least, they don't come across anything scary at first. Toward the end of the video, the men come across dolls that are hanging from the ceiling. Here, most people would probably be so scared they would want to leave instantly, but before Tim, John or Ben can do that, this happens.
Look at the door, guys. John, come here. I'll do it. Whoa, guys, this. Come on, we gotta go down there. Okay. You guys wanna go? You're going first. Okay. Just go. Guys, this smells terrible. Guys, I'm gonna throw up.
Hey.
Yeah, guys, we gotta go, man. We gotta go.
Whoa.
Do you hear that? Oh my God! Go! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, the police are over. Okay, we gotta go. The door's locked. Get open! There's scratches. Go. What's happening? Get off! What's going on? Hang on. What's... John?
Get off!
What? Dude. Okay. Did you hear that? Guys, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
John. Let's go home. John. Let's go. Leave me alone.
The way these men start to scream and cry out for help as they attempt to exit the building is very disturbing. It would be hard to pretend to be that scared. The way they sound is genuinely petrified and like they are in serious danger. Unfortunately, one of them was in serious danger, John. It appears as though John legitimately got attacked by someone or something in the house before him and the rest of the group were finally able to make an escape to safety. Tim, John and Ben are YouTubers that love to go exploring around creepy buildings, but I'm willing to bet that they aren't going to want to return to this satanic house ever again.
Did you hear that? Go!
Imagine you are a college student trying to get some sleep, thinking that you are going to have a peaceful night with no disturbances. Unfortunately, for this particular man, a peaceful night is the opposite thing he got. 50 Shaw shared this video to his YouTube channel on May 10th, 2010, in which he starts to panic after hearing some extremely strange sounds coming from within his dorm room. The uploader states that he has been hearing these noises for months prior to the filming of this particular video and finally decided that enough was enough. He says that he genuinely feels scared for his life and is unsure if he will be comfortable enough to continue living in this dorm room if these strange occurrences keep up. Throughout his night, the uploader starts to experience some incredibly strange things such as this. absolutely nobody was in the dorm room besides the uploader, and even if there were others with him that night, that still wouldn't explain how so many of the objects within this room started to move all on their own. After experiencing all of this, the uploader then leaves the room before the video shuts off shortly after. There has never been a follow-up made to this video, so we can only pray that 50saw eventually was able to move out of the room and into a much safer place. The final video for today, uploaded by the YouTube user Faden, is considered by many people to be one of the most authentic pieces of paranormal evidence ever documented on film, and for good reason. In the video, we see a forest somewhere in Gettysburg, USA. Two people have set up a camera outside, more than likely hoping to find something on camera and document their findings to others. Luckily for them, it doesn't take too long at all for something both amazing and scary to happen. Take a look at this clip.
Okay. Don't move in there. No, there's a motorcycle. See?
I don't see nothing down there. Can't be the motorcycles, honey. There's nothing sparkling. You see what I'm saying?
That? What is that?
Tree.
No. You moved it, right? Right there. See it?
Uh-huh.
Look.
There's nobody there. I can't see.
Look. Isn't it those people?
Can't be.
There's nobody.
Not up in the trees.
There's nobody down there no more. See?
I truly cannot even begin to imagine how creepy this must have felt to have seen these scary figures up close in person. And it's amazing to me how the people filming this were not absolutely horrified the second they saw these figures move around in the woods like that. Because the video is quite grainy, it is a little bit tricky to see all of the figures in a clear way, but it is nevertheless fascinating to watch. Like I said for the number 4 entry on this list, it is tremendously hard to fake videos like this by adding in something like visual effects because of the grainy nature of the video. If the video was in full HD, then adding in computer-generated imagery would be significantly easier. But considering the fact that this particular piece of footage was published to the internet on August 5th, 2006, any sort of computer-generated effects added onto a video this pixelated would stick out like a sore thumb. It is also probably worth mentioning that this video has more than 10,000 likes on YouTube, with many people absolutely convinced that this is the most believable paranormal footage out there on the internet. For now, we can still go back and watch this video in complete and utter amazement at how convincing it looks. As far as paranormal findings go, they don't come as authentic and chilling as this one. And that was the 25 scariest ghost videos of all time. I hope you enjoyed the video.